from REMAX Crown Realty, and welcome to my series, Ask an Expert. I am very glad that you joined me today. I have Adam Sherako from Home and Mold Inspections Plus, and he is here to answer all of your questions about inspections. So I'm so glad that you joined. Well, thank you very much, Adam, for coming on today.
No problem.
My first question would be, tell us a little bit about yourself, your company, and how long you've been in business.
I grew up in Florida. I've been in business since 2004 with home inspections, and mold business has been since 2010, 2011, and been working in Indian River and Brevard counties since then.
Okay, wonderful. Do we want to pause? Adam, what areas do you service?
I usually service Indian River and Brevard counties and then the surrounding areas, depending on scheduling and jobs. I'll sometimes go down to Stewart areas, over to Orlando, just depending on the demand and what's needed.
Okay, great. What does an inspector do? What do you check?
Mainly with the home inspection, we basically will go in. We're looking mainly for major issues with the home, the roof, the electrical, plumbing, all the different main aspects. Plus, we'll do any recommendations on anything that potential issues, things like that. And basically just have a full, checklist looking for major issues, so there's no surprises when they purchase the home.
Okay, wonderful. How much does it cost to get an inspection?
Depends on the square footage mainly, but it runs anywhere from usually $300 to $500, unless you're doing a larger home. Just it kind of all goes on square footage from there.
Right. And how long does it take to do an inspection?
Again, square footage comes into play, but usually an hour and a half to 3 hours, depending, on an average single-family home, 2,000 to 3,000 square feet or so.
Now you do, I know this, being in the real estate business, I call you quite a few for my inspections, but you do the whole home inspection, and then you do a wind mitigation and 4-point. You can do as well if needed.
Yep, any insurance inspections also, yes.
Okay, perfect. Can a person come along on the inspection and ask you questions while you're there?
Yeah, it's optional with them. I don't mind if they're there. We do our process, so they need to respect, not obviously get in the way, but I don't mind them being there to ask questions. It's a lot better when we have an issue to show somebody that issue rather than them just seeing it on the report. It makes them understand a little bit better.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Now, being in the business, I try to schedule people to come towards the end, so you have your time, so you can get, what you get done and everything like that. Is that better for you?
Usually, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just like I said, because we have a process, so then I could just go over everything with them at the end, the last 30 minutes, but also you always like them to have a few minutes there to look around the house and see if they have any questions on anything that I can maybe help them with.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Yeah, where the water shut-off valve is, right?
Yeah.
What if something was wrong? Can you recommend someone to help them with fixing it, or?
I can recommend what needs to be done, but I can't really recommend a contractor or give them pricing or things like that, just because it varies, and I don't want to put myself in a bad situation if somebody does a bad job. There may be somebody I could refer a little bit better for them, but otherwise I'll just try to let them know what they need to do and where they need to go, possibly what person that could help them out.
Right. Okay, perfect. Do you go over everything? You kind of answered this question a little bit, but do you go over everything with them on the report, or do you just go over the highlights and then?
The highlights are the main issues, especially anything wrong, and then if there's any questions they have on anything, but some of the smaller things will be cosmetic. That's not that big of an issue, and those will be in the report that they'll get. But we go over with them on site just the main things that could possibly cause them to have any issues with the purchase.
Okay, perfect. What kind of things should we be looking for when you're doing an inspection? Is there like major things that the homeowner should be looking out for?
I mean, it just depends. The homeowner may not be knowledgeable to look into things. That's what we're there for. So basically, they could just, it's more or less their preference and what questions they may have. If they have an area they're more concerned about than another, they could just approach us, and every house is different. So
okay, perfect. What do I need to do for an inspection? Do I need to do anything ahead of time, or as far as the customer goes?
No, I mean, just as if they're going to attend, we can usually do everything on site, payment and things like that. But
Okay.
if they're not going to attend, then we would just set up making sure, getting their information, email where to send the reports. Usually I like to give them a call after the inspection and go over it with them on the phone, and they can make payment that way if they're not going to attend with, credit card, etc. Or they can, if they're going to be there on site, usually I can get everything on site from them.
Okay. Do you give a list of things to do after they move in, like maintenance items?
My report has a 2-page maintenance that gives, annual things to do and semi-annual things to do, recommendations, and then there may be, depending again on the house, some things that aren't on there that I may recommend for them to do, and they could always contact me with any questions in general on the house of something like that, maintenance-wise.
Okay, perfect. When does an inspection report usually ready?
I try to have it next day, but usually within 2 days for the home inspection report is not a problem. If they need it quicker, we can do it the same day and get them a summary out right away just so they know the main issues. An insurance inspection can be the same time, but sometimes we need to find permit information and call the permit offices and get that information, so that may take a day or two also, but usually within 2 days they should have everything.
Okay, perfect. And you mentioned how they can pay you, credit card, check.
Yeah,
right?
anything. Yeah, we
Okay.
do, electronic transfers with Zelle, check, credit card, any type of payment we take. So.
Oh, wonderful. That's great. And how do I find you to do my inspection?
Usually, either references from realtors or prior business is how I usually get most of my information, or I do have a website that they can find and look into that, and just obviously any type of marketing that they may have come across would be the best way for them to find me, probably.
Okay. And what kind of wait time would someone have if they called you up and they needed an inspection done?
It just varies on how it just depends on how busy everything is and the market's going and my scheduling's going, but usually in general, if it's a normal, not a high demand going on at the moment, then usually I get out there within a day or two.
Yeah, I know. If I text you, I can usually get you. I can usually get an appointment within that week if I need.
Yeah,
one.
usually I can definitely. It usually would not take more than 3 days to get out there to make the appointment.
Right. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay. Do you have any questions or things that people ask you that's frequent as questions that you might want to add?
Not that I know of. No.
Okay.
No.
All right. And so please give us your company name and phone number.
Okay. The company name is Home and Mold Inspections Plus. The number is 888-953-1320. That's an 800 number that'll forward to my cell phone if I'm out in the field. And my website is homeandmoldinspectionsplus.com.
Perfect. Well, everyone, thank you very much. This is Francine from REMAX Crown Realty, and I really like to thank Adam for his time today
Not a
to
problem.
join us for our program. And everyone, thank you. Have a great day.